Here we are again at CeBIT Global Conference, and I'm very delighted to have Jermey Rifkin with me here. He's not only beyond many things, he is a political advisor and a best-selling book author. And his last book, Zero Marginal Cost Economy, I liked a lot. Oh, I'm really sorry. Sorry. Society, I read and I liked it a lot. So you are predicting, beyond other things, the end of capitalism for 2050. So could you say the one reason for that?
I don't think it's the end. What I say in the Zero Marginal Cost Society is that capitalism will be here. It'll be utterly transformed because it's giving birth. As a parent, it's giving birth to a progeny called the sharing economy on the collaborative commons. And the sharing economy is flourishing alongside the parent. And this sharing economy is the first new economic system to enter onto the world stage since capitalism and socialism in the 19th century. So it's fairly remarkable. But you know, the parent's going to have to transform the child. Capitalism's going to have to nurture this sharing economy, let it grow, let it mature, let it create its own identity as an economic system. But the child's going to transform the parent. In this case, capitalism by mid-century will be unrecognizable because it will have to partner with this progeny, and it's going to increasingly find ways to aggregate the networks so the sharing economy can flourish as well. So I think capitalism will be streamlined. It will be a major player, but it will not be the exclusive arbiter of economic life in 20, 35 years from now. It'll share the center stage with its grown-up progeny, this emerging sharing economy of the young people. The digital generation is moving from ownership to access. They're sharing their vehicles, they're sharing their homes, they're sharing their tools, they're sharing their children, they're sharing their toys. So they're still going to be in the capitalist market, but they're also going to be in the sharing economy.
I like the notion that more or less what we witness right now is almost better comparable with the time before the capitalism. So where we had access.
Yeah, it's more choices and more options. What's making this possible is something called zero marginal cost. And that's made possible by digitalization of communication, energy, and transport and logistics. Let me be very clear, because people will get it right away, that we have 3 billion people on the internet. And they're all prosumers now. They're not just sellers and buyers and owners and workers, they're prosumers. At any given time today, there'll be millions of people producing and sharing their own music with each other at near zero marginal cost. You put together some music digitally, it doesn't cost you much. And whether you share that with one person on the World Wide Web or a billion people, it's the same, it's near zero. And the young people are producing and sharing their own YouTube videos, no copyrights. They're producing and sharing news blogs, social media, contributing to Wikipedia, taking college courses for credit. All of this at near zero marginal cost. So what's happened is some of the biggest industries have been disrupted. Music, newspapers, television, magazines, book publishing, but thousands of new enterprises have been given birth. Not just the big Googles and Facebooks, but all the apps and all the other commons. These are the new capitalist enterprises that are finding ways to let the sharing economy grow and flourish. But in the process, it's changing capitalism.
You also refer even to Keynes, who said that we will have something like a technology-based unemployment. So is there any good idea about what we do if we don't have to work that much because of all the robots and so on?
It's going to change fundamentally. We're now beginning to see the emergence of an energy internet and an automated transport and logistics internet to go along with the communication internet. So here in Germany, for example, millions of people now are producing their own energy, solar and wind, at near zero marginal cost, and they're sharing it. We're democratizing electricity, just like we democratize entertainment, news, and knowledge. And they're the big producers of the new energy. And you know what? That energy is free. Once you pay for your wind turbine or your little geothermal heat pump and your solar panel, the fixed cost, the marginal costs are zero. The sun doesn't send a bill over Germany, and the wind isn't sending a bill, and the geothermal heat isn't sending a bill. So we're beginning to see the democratization of energy, and now the kids are democratizing transport with car-sharing services, where they're beginning to share the vehicles. They'd rather have access rather than ownership, and now they're starting to do 3D printing, where they're actually infofactoring their own products, open source software, and the filament they're using is garbage, recycled plastic and recycled paper and recycled metal, and they're beginning to produce and share at near zero marginal cost with each other in the sharing economy. So this is a big leap toward the democratization of economic life, and it's going to change a lot of the way we think about who we are and how we govern ourselves.
Mr. Rifkin, glad to have you here. Thank you very much for the talk, and enjoy your talk later on.